Hello everybody, I am Tom and you are watching me play Baldur's Gate 3. So, last time we were attacked at the circus. There was a bunch of imposters. Specifically, the imposters were doppelgangers.
Hello again, my vicious little warrior. Any luck finding dribbles?
Not yet.
I'd hurry if I were you. In this heat, things tend to go ripe rather quickly, if you catch my meaning.
Oh right, she doesn't care whether he's alive because she's a necromancer. Cool, I guess. In that case... investigate the circus. I don't know what else I'm supposed to be investigating here. I don't know if there's much else I can investigate here. Because no one's really talking to me about anything. I've got to find where he is. I mean, can I not just...
Better not be cursed.
Kitchen. Visitors kindly keep to common areas. Food will be served at meal times.
Where am I right now? If I was a better DM, I would know what the symbol was.
Belfry. Bell ringers only past this point. Infirmary. Justice endures, even in suffering.
Temple of some description?
Enough, Yanis. I don't teach you how to pray, so don't teach me how to investigate.
Interesting. I mean, you can't find a path. Just fly. It's fine. Interesting. Definitely something weird over here. Also, having an entire party that can fly is nutty. This is where she's been getting her corpses, presumably.
Millie Runbarrel. Killed by the cult of the Absolute. May our martyred father shelter her. Alvin Muffle Fieldwick. Gave his fortune to the poor, died in the arms of friends. He will be missed. Unknown child and her dog, who stood watch over her grave. May they be reunited in Ilmater's grace.
It's a Church of Ilmater, maybe? That would make sense.
B. Gardenson gave her life protecting fellow refugees. May the one who endures shelter her.
It seems like the only church that's actually taking in the refugees is the Church of Ilmater, which makes sense.
Kirkoros built the open-hand temple, gave all in his name. We honor their life and legacy. Narlo Essie. Grief and illness laid ruin, yet her heart held only compassion. The broken god be with her.
Cat? With wings?
Symbol on the collar. Does that mean this is Gale's pet?
What am I saying? I must be saying something in the building. Oh no, hello.
Meow.
The Tressym seems nervous, but you can't quite tell why.
What are you doing here, kitty?
Kitty? How vulgar. You can call me... Actually, it's better if you don't call me at all. That'll be all, thank you.
Fair enough. You talk to it.
Worth talking to, perhaps.
You notice the Tressym guards a shiny ring and stack of letters at its feet.
I will actually...
This protects me.
It's apparently Gale's cat, so what we're gonna do...
The Absolute should be a thing of the past, and I with it. Yet, at the risk of angering Mistress further, I'm glad it didn't come to that, given what has come to light.
You don't miss the Shadow Curse lines then? I think I already did this conversation.
Hardly. I'm more than glad to leave that place behind. The Elder Brain. But more importantly,
I have already done this.
Most. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. That, as luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. You'll have to forgive my...
I've already done that talk before, but what we want to do is we want to give... That's Gale.
You have my attention.
Mr. Dakarios, heavens! Fancy seeing you here.
Tara! That can't be you, can it?
I suppose you won't be terribly shocked to find your old friend Tara amongst the pigeons. They've always been a personal favourite.
My, is that a ring? For us? Ugh, you shouldn't have. Enjoy yourself now, Tara. Looks like you've got yourself set up quite nicely here.
What's your Tressym doing here, Gale?
She isn't my Tressym. She's my friend. And from the looks of things, it appears she's eating pigeons.
Sure.
Let's get going.
What's on your mind? Go ahead. I'm listening.
Interesting.
Salutations.
Ring of Blink is kind of cool.
Still alive, so that's progress.
I really like Blink as a spell, but I never want to spend a spell slot on it. So making it a once per long rest ability is kind of cool. So I have a few things I need to do at this point.
Paramidius, one of our red cap cleaners, alerted me. Well, he threw a rock at me and said, "Ah!" But I got his means.
Keep a sharp eye out. Red caps are on the loose. One's deemed too violent to work. And not one of these circus folk seem bothered by it.
All this kerfuffle over missing redcaps. Yes, we'd caged them due to unruly behavior, but as our redcap cleaners demonstrate, most are perfectly harmless.
It's not true at all. They're evil assholes.
It's the right thing to do.
Why were these particular red caps
Everyone
caged?
deserves the chance to
We
make
had
some
an
coin.
unfortunate incident involving a child's food.
What's going on here?
They were provoked. The child was poking them, prodding them while they were trying.
Nowhere else to go, you heartless sod.
That's not my problem now.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these spotters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
You certainly know how to make people feel welcome.
You shouldn't have to make people feel welcome in places they don't belong. I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
Let's look into his mind, shall we?
I can't let them stay here. What if the little brat gets into the basement?
I hear these sorts of houses always have basements. What do you use yours for?
My basement? Oh, nothing interesting, just materials. I'm a craftsman, you see. Look, I have some very valuable components in there. I need to get that lot out before they damage something.
Mind if I take a look?
Who do you think you are? Zenobia? People are lining up to break into my property. Do something about it.
You paid us to protect you and your high-quality merchandise on the road. And we've since arrived at our destination. As I said, anything else is extra.
This is the last time I hire someone from the guild.
Fine. Here's the extra. Finish the job.
Click.
Stupid decision by these dudes. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, huh? She's a rogue. Specifically a thief.
Over here.
This is what I do to thieves. Am I really happy? I'm not.
Where do I go from here?
Tempting. You know, it's probably not a horrible idea. It's just a haste to start in. I can fly, motherfucker. Good luck hitting me. I'm as fast as they come. Counter spell. Sonic backlash. Unfortunate. Oh, he's a bard. Interesting. Barbarian. Could take on the barbarian. Yeah, sure. Really? I missed?
Need to stay focused.
They saved? Really? That's annoying.
Better to hide sometimes.
Oh, would you look at that?
Let's play. Nothing important is ever easy.
I can't see anybody, so just cast Blink. Counterspell, Sonic Backlash. That was a good crit by him, I guess. Yeah, fuck it.
Your maker.
That would be terrifying, by the way. I'm still blind. Which is a shame, but you know.
Ended me.
No mercy.
Can't afford to let up.
Cool. Now the Smith's Blink. I'm still blind, amazingly.
What's the plan? Got to move.
Nice.
Ready for battle.
Gives me advantage.
Have a look
lot on my mind and, well, in it.
Easy investment to get me started.
All right. You won. You won. What more do you want from me?
I'll deal with the squatters. Just make sure you have your purse ready.
Duh. But if that's what it takes to get them out of my house, fine. Get on with it.
Let's take a short rest.
I hate to rest while our enemies still draw breath.
You see, those animals are out of the picture. Can we stay now? Or are you going to turn us next?
It's private property. You need to leave or I'll make you.
You're seriously gonna throw us out? Throw my child out?
I mean, you're squatting.
Just as bad as the rest of them. Don't worry. We'll go. May Torm split open that hard, blackened heart of yours someday.
Catchy, right?
Finally, those awful squatters are gone. I can feel everything unclenching already. I've got so much to do now, I'd really better get on with it. Excuse me, would you?
Payment.
What's inside? More for me?
I'm also 100% going inside that dude's basement.
Right thing to do, isn't it? Everyone deserves the chance to make some coin.
Look, I really don't have time to chat. I'm sure you can find someone less busy to listen to you somewhere.
What are your plans now?
Thank you so much for your interest, but it's really none of your concern, is it? Excuse me.
I mean, it kind of is, because I want to know where your basement is.
Bloody squatters. I should put bear traps under the windows next time.
Here we go. That might be worth a look.
Keep your distance, darling. Should be easy.
$31. Gotta love it.
These things have stayed interesting.
A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors. Traps.
Well,
you can see.
Best avoid that trap.
Gifts for refugees only, please distribute.
Well, hello. Easy.
Never a dull moment.
Arthur, package still waiting for you at Fellow Gears. You'd better not be late again or we'll start to wonder if you're really as committed as they claim to be. Pick it up, put it in the teddy bears, make the donation. It should be simpler, really. If it's still here this time tomorrow, he'll stuff you with it. As you well know, you've plenty to spare.
Might be worth checking out his donations. Looks like his generosity is compromised.
Guide to Avernus, one hellish holiday. A Guide to Avernus. This book provides an overview of Avernus, the first layer of the 9 hells, for the discerning intraplanar traveller. The sections on geography and inhabitants repeat much of the known lore about the Blood Wars battlefield and combatants. The section detailed the politics of the planes is strung with asterisks, qualifiers and addendums, charted the ever-shifting chain of command beneath Archduke Azariel, as her many commanders rise meteorically in and fall equally from her favour.
You again. Did you need something?
I found rather sinister things in your basement.
Sinister? Nonsense! Those are experimental toys, guaranteed to bring a smile to the face of even the unhappiest child. They're extremely precious, and you shouldn't be poking around in my workshop and tampering with them.
I'll get to the bottom of this one way or the other.
Really? There's no this? And nothing to get to the bottom of?
Interesting. Well. We can talk to the ox, I suppose. I also want to go down and talk to the requisition barn as well. Because the ox probably saw what they were travelling with, right?
Do try the grass, should it take your fancy. Such sweetness should be shared.
It's a nice ox. Let's head down here.
Young lady, Shadowheart, a word if you will.
Hello.
Got ya! Too slow! What a sight for sore eyes. I believe there's somewhere you're supposed to be. No? Long overdue, in fact.
Do I know you?
No, but I know you. I was told to keep watch for you and point you towards home should you ever appear. And lo, you have appeared.
Let Shadowheart handle it.
Mother Superior sent you. Go on then. Where do I go?
So close to home, and yet you need a guiding hand. Amazing how malleable, or fragile, the mind can be. First, you need to continue onwards into the lower city. Then, seek out a place called the House of Grief. It may not be quite what you expect, but I assure you, it's the right spot. Go there, make yourself known. You will be given the welcome you deserve.
Can't you show me yourself?
Oh, no. I must remain here. In truth, I'm glad to keep my distance for now. There's been some tension in the ranks. Seems a great deal is riding on the outcome of your mission. Besides, I have business to attend to, wares to sell. Our great endeavor cannot run on faith alone. We need funds. Have a look, if you wish. Otherwise, I think we're done. Try not to dawdle too much in the city. Mother's waiting. If you're looking for companionship, I hear they can cater to almost every taste in Tressym's caress. I am not on offer, unfortunately.
You mentioned you were wares. Damn. 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 Beautiful.
Please just go home. You're ruining a perfectly uneventful posting with this nonsense.
The Flaming Fists are supposed to protect this good city, but they allow trash and vermin to take our homes and goods. Oh, another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep letting the likes of you in, soon there'll be no room left for any of us true Baldurians.
Baldurian? Your accent's Rivingtonian, that hardly counts.
Excuse me? I was born inside the city walls, a Baldurian through and through. Wherever you're from, clearly they don't teach manners.
Let's
the
talk
excess
to...
of refugees outside the city walls could easily become a surplus of laborers.
Careful, Minthara. As a drow exile, you could be classed as a refugee yourself. Not volunteering, I take it?
I am a daughter of House Bainray. I obey no authority except my own desires.
I can think of at least one Wriggly stowaway who might dispute that. I got you!
Interesting interaction there.
What are you still flapping your lips at me for? Get on with it.
Nesta let you in? Good. Means you'll be further away from me.
Kind of an asshole, but okay.
Not sure why you were so keen to get in the barn, but if the manip says so...
I'm allowed in here, which is nice, but at the same time, we need to find... There was teddy bears, right?
This place is trapped.
Trust no one.
Can you please give me a hug? Bet your arms would be so snug.
Who's that rummaging around in there? Show yourself! You have 2 seconds to explain yourself before you're under arrest.
I found a load of toy bears rigged to explode, but don't worry, I disarmed them.
What? Those are children's toys. Which means if a child had picked one up... I don't want to think about it. How do I know you're not the one who planted those explosives?
I really wish I could swap character right now. But I can't. Let's try the persuasion roll. Fuck. Do I have... I do have inspiration, so... Natural 20, nice.
All right, I guess it can't hurt. I'll check up on the rest of the goods. You try and find whoever is responsible for this.
I mean, I know who's responsible for this.
Not as bad as it could have.
Gods, any one of us could have been blown to smithereens. I thought this assignment was going to be dull.
What's up for discussion?
Luck.
Seems we were patrolling around a powder keg. Glad I didn't get burned up.
Interesting.
can't slow down.
So we know who did it, and he was being blackmailed to do so. I am interested to know who was blackmailing him to do so. That is the interesting part. Hey, motherfucker.
Haven't you got anything better to do with your time than harass innocent craftspeople?
I found the explosive toy bears you donated to the refugees.
What? How? Nine hells. Whatever you think you know, I'm sure some gold would help you to forget.
If I were after gold, I would have gutted you and taken it.
Please don't. What do you want from me? It's not my fault. I was forced to do this. Framed even. They would have killed me if I refused to rig the toys. And they're definitely going to kill me now.
Who is they?
I can't tell you. I won't tell you.
Tell me who they are, or you'll be dead before they even get to you.
All right. Just don't hurt me. The teddy bears were an experiment. My greatest invention. A clever little device in their chest allows them to speak. But there's more. Smoke powder inside the device. I collect packages from Verloga's fireworks in the lower city and stuff the bears with it. Not because I want to, because I have to. Otherwise, they'll kill me.
You still haven't told me who they are.
I don't know who's in charge, but it starts at the fireworks shop. That's where the packages come from. Go there, tell them Uncle Verloga sent you, and they'll show you the smoke powder. Lots of it. There. I told you what you wanted to know. Now, will you let me go?
His plea comes with an offering. A pass granting you access to the lower city.
I'll need all your gold, too.
Here, take it, all of it. I don't care. You'll never see me again, I promise.
Actually, don't know how much gold he gave me there, but cool, I guess. Apparently, I gotta pass into the lower city. This pass grants access for bearer and entourage to Worms Rock Audience Hall for the ceremony of Lord Gortash's elevation to Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
Gortash has been named Archduke. Time to pay Worms Rock a visit.
There's a blood trail here. Wonder if I just inadvertently found this place.
Don't touch me. On tippy toes. With pleasure. Still breathing, despite everything.
Interesting.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
It's brain starved.
Before you lies the unconscious body of a mind flayer, glistening and raw.
A newborn. Unattended. How fortunate.
Doesn't feel very fortunate.
Oh, but it is. This one has only just transformed. It is weak, vulnerable. Its potential ripe for harvesting. Go on, kill it. Absorb its power. Just like you did before.
What? No! I've had so little time.
Interesting.
Make it hurt. Well, so much for peace.
I'm actually going to reload that. This is the first time I've actually save scummed. Without fully dying beforehand. But I'm wondering this might actually be Dribbles the Clown.
Before you lies
a newborn.
Doesn't feel very fortunate.
Go on, just like you did before.
Wicked.
Come no closer, you. You. What are you? What am I sensing? You are like me. Like I was. A vessel yet to transform. Help me. I am so hungry.
Was it you I heard screaming when I entered the windmill?
My vessel. He fought the transformation. He found it excoriating. I can still taste his terror. It is delicious, but will not sustain me. We need to feed. We need a brain fresh and frantic to restore our strength.
I never work for free.
I sense you are underdeveloped. Bring me a brain and I will help you augment yourself.
I'm not going to bring you food.
Very well, kin. I shall dine on you.
Okay. Well, he chose violence, I guess.
Is all that matters. Let's have some fun. Time to push my luck again.
Fresh orders? Oloth Blindos.
The creature was born recently. Its mind is still fresh. You can absorb its potential if you consume it.
Mind Flayer Brain. Ring of Truthfulness. Ring of Veracity. You gain advantage on insight checks. Absolute's Orders Newborn Amethyst. Windmill Key. True Soul Alien, your time has come. The absolute calls to all faithful, and you have been faithful indeed. Leave your barracks, leave your armor, leave all insignia of rank behind. You are part of the Flaming Fist no longer. You have been a loyal true soul, but soon you will be so much more. You will be one of us. Interesting. I've nearly fully kitted out my brain as a mind flayer, by the way, which is nutty.
Don't waste
Also, the fact that I can do this, I'm assuming by the end of the game, you can turn your entire... Like, you can turn yourself into a mind flayer full stop, right? That feels definitely like something that is possible. Which is crazy. I really need to go through and redo the bar. It's kind of nutty how much shit that I have available to like put on it at the moment. That's kind of fine as it is now, but I really want to go through and actually set it up. But as I was saying, I'm assuming by the end of this you can just straight up turn into a mind flayer, and I think at that point that's the... because I want to do the achievement where you do one level in every single class, which is going to be hard, right? Because you're going to be underpowered, and I want to do it on Tactician. So I'm thinking that maybe... There we go. Maybe the way that I do it is just grab all the illithid powers and turn myself into a mind flayer, because then I'll be powerful enough without my classes. So, we'll see. This is a notice demanding that the miller pay off his debt, lest his creditors oust him and claim the mill for themselves. Interesting. I've done a bit more exploring. I haven't got to the open-hand temple. Let's explore the open-hand temple, and then after that, we'll end it, I guess.
The priests will open the temple up again. You will see. They're good people. Holy people.
Surprised it's closed. Hello.
The crying one weeps today. Our father Lorgan is dead. Murdered.
What happened?
I don't want to talk. My heart is in mourning.
Interesting.
I have all the evidence I need.
You don't even have the murder weapon.
Details.
Look, investigator. Brilgor might have been a criminal, but he was no murderer. You're missing something. You have to be.
Enough, Yanis. Listen to yourself. You are defending a man who ritually slaughtered your high priest. The evidence speaks for itself. Brilgor killed Father Lorgan, then, be it out of shame or profane duty, offed himself with the same blade. Case closed, Sister Yanis.
Shitey little elephant. Oh, I apologize, stranger. Language like that hardly befits a rector of Ilmater.
I don't know, it seems to fit pretty well to me. Don't apologize, sounded like a load of bollocks anyway.
I wouldn't go that far. But the investigator is being particularly challenging right now. 2 people just died on temple grounds. Our high priest, Father Lorgan, and one of the new refugees, Brilgor. Investigator Valeria thinks it's a murder and is content to blame Brilgor, the politically convenient target.
What makes Brilgor politically convenient?
Brilgor was a refugee. No one sticks up for them at the best of times, and with Gortash in power, well, I expect the Flaming Fists will ban refugee aid now one of them's blamed for murder.
I kind of want to look around the temple, so this gives me a good excuse, right? Let me help you. I'll look around. If there's anything to prove Brilgor innocent.
Feel free to look around the temple. But fair warning, The investigator won't change her mind without significant new evidence.
Any idea where I should be looking for?
Valeria never found the murder weapon, so that could be a start. Anything disproving the refugee murder-suicide angle, really.
Where can I find the investigator?
Charette's caress would be my best bet. That's her usual haunt after closing a case. I
best
really
get going.
hope you find something. For all our sakes.
Let's go looking, shall we?
Let's see what this does.
Hello, Brother Donick.
I've said all I have to say already. Now I just want to pack up my kitchen and leave.
Why are you packing up your kitchen?
Soup kitchen's no good if we've no one to feed soup to. Besides, Father Lorgan's gone. Murdered. And now they're blaming a refugee for it.
So you don't think Brilgor killed him?
No. Brilgor was a nice bloke. He came a couple of times for soup. Potato chowder was his favorite. Didn't seem the murderous type. But what do I know?
There aren't many people who seem the murderous type, to be fair. Can you think of anyone who'd want to kill Lorgan?
Some folk didn't like how he looked after the refugees. But I don't think they'd kill him for it. At least, I hope they wouldn't. That's a scary thought.
Interesting. Ornate wooden hatch. Does this go out to where I think it does? It does indeed. Let's take a look down here. Interesting. As I said, good excuse to look around this place. Damn, someone was like fucking slaughtered down here. Rites of Passing. A book of ill-mated death rites. This page on the turning is particularly dog-eared. There will come many a time a worshipful tormented, that you will have to confront a faithless, unfortunate as they pass from this life to the next. Or perhaps, even more distastefully, you may be faced with the dying acolyte of a wretched god, keen to shirk the blasted afterlife awaiting them. The Lord on the Rack grants us a great many powers, but altering the moral velocity of a soul is one we cannot shift on the deathbed. If one has lived a life of sin, their soul is bound for a sinful place, no matter their final protestations. However, it would do much more harm than good to tell them this. Ill nature does not forbid the speaking of untruth, no matter how polite society deems the act. If you would spare the dying wretches from suffering as they pass, tell them the weeping god awaits them with his balming embrace. Make them believe. Whatever tormented their soul bears in the realms beyond, it remembers not their body, so spare them at last this final passing moment from hardship. Seems like generally a kind thing to do, I would suppose. A collection of Father Lorgan's writings on despondency. Perhaps the hardest suffering to ale is that which dulls, but does not pang. Weariness sits deep within one's soul, but it casts its miring net across the surface, dampening all errant thoughts and feelings in its wake. Malaise of the sort can rot the heart if left to fester, but must be extricated carefully. Above all else, the weary soul knows itself better than you can. Do not condescend, do not assume, do not impose. Simply avail yourself as a tool to the weary. Let them know you can be used however they might need. Interesting. Let's light this up a bit. Definitely feels like that should be a thing, right? Plea of Rest, some Autumn Chorus. Sheet music. An elegant fuse in the key of D minor entitled Ode to the Oppressed. I wonder if it would teach you that song if you're a bard. An hastily scrolled and slightly damp plea of rest, requesting to be freed of ill-mated service for the duration of a 10-day as the writer mourns Father Lorgan. Interesting.
Be wary. This place is trapped.
Very interesting. A record of alleged miraculous phenomena on the outskirts of Baldur's Gate attributed to Ilmater. Customer of Glider Angelion reckons he healed up mighty quick from painful forge burn. Asked if Ilmater had something to do with the irksome talkative gent outside Carmen's powerful agent of suffering. Soup still showing up at refugee camp even after the temple closed kitchens. Curious. Man's hand tied together in horse reins claims he's a holy symbol. Manep Nesta reports feeling close to his duty since relocation to the refugee camp. Interesting. Starion, do you want to disarm that for me, bud? Thank you.
Let's move.
Still locked. I guess lockpick it too.
Touch.
32. Good work, bud.
Time to rest.
Elixir of Viciousness. Odd thing to have in a Church of Ilmater, I suppose. I'll take the Holy Water. Scroll of Arcane Lock. Scroll of Dominate Person. Teachings of Ilmater. Let me see if I can read this before I pick it up. A series of behavioral lessons as derived from the devotee's interpretation of the ascendancy of the god of suffering, life, and endurance, Ilmater. Some of it is wholesome, with an emphasis on gentleness and the elevation of hardship. Some of it is a bit more dubious, such as the veneration of martyrs above all living saints. Some of it has flatly weird, including some stuff about self-flagellation, which is not most people's idea of a good time. Indeed. The book tells the story of a patriarchal woman who gave up her fortune to become a cleric of Ilmater in service of the Outer City and now seeks to be canonized after her death. Herein is the full and true account of my bid to be canonized after my death as Saint Bridget of Ilmater, the broken god. He of compassion and mercy, the one who endures. I lived a blessed life, of every privilege a patriarchal woman can fathom. My parents were loving and generous, my community warm, our leaders. Our larder was always full of to bursting, but in the years after the death of Savarok, my eyes were opened to the world as it is, a world of pain and danger. A world where evil, if left unchecked, can thrive. I realized that my blessing had a cost. Why had I so much where others had so little? I could no longer remain in the gilded Elysium of the upper city and sought to see the world as it truly was. Savarok. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. There is also some books here and a hole in the back wall by the look of it. Damn. Disintegrate. I like disintegrate. There is definitely a hole in this wall, right? It is amazing having my whole team have a fucking flying speed. I just want to point that out.
Just another crate.
Rud.
On my way.
Well, I guess I found the people who were killing. crazy direction to fly to get there, my dude, but whatever. What do you mean they're not humanoid? Doppelgangers, huh? Huh. Interesting. Crawler mucus. I'm glad she had to dash. Once again, very strange direction for my magic missiles to take, but whatever. Cool. He has to dash to get to me. Fantastic. Offhand attack. That's fine. God, flying is so good. Yeah. I think we just hit. I'll take two 50-50s. I shouldn't have. Fly out here. If we can, we want to try and kill her first. We are define obscured, I guess. I think we burn. Nice.
Life comes easy these days.
He is wearing armor, but I don't know if that'll make a difference because it's fake armor. How much damage did I just do? Okay. It was 8, 1, and 10. I thought I did 80 damage. I was like, what the fuck is that? And I can run away.
Die, Iblis.
I agree. Die, Iblis.
What should I do?
Strike that motherfucker with lightning is what you should do. Field report, Deathstalker Zoom. Read. Aspiring to Dolar is talented, if a touch careless. The dagger he discarded lurks within these caves somewhere, though I know not where. I can smell it. The fear musk from his kills stands in the air after the act because he let them marinate first. They stand, lie, sit, stock still as the poison fills their limbs with lead, knowing only two perfect facts. They are going to die. There is nothing they can do about it. Interesting.
Open up.
Key with a flower motif.
Slaying murder victims openly now.
Clown severed torso. Interesting. The effigy of Ilisera, who watched and waited. What? Use her eyes. She thought herself a huntress, but couldn't fathom her wool. Below is an exaggerated signature written in blood, or in the red.
Colourful torso. Torn and butchered. Hello, Dribbles.
Turns out Dribbles is dead. A part of Dribbles has been used to create a gruesome art piece. We should continue searching for his body parts. That's... ugh. One of the doppelganger assassins underneath the open-hand temple had a strange flowery key. We should find out what it opens. Interesting. Still maker. A very rare dagger. It's a dagger of Baal. You can see that there. That's, I don't know how to... Can we examine it? Yeah, here we go. That there is a symbol of Baal, the skull with the little blood drops around it in kind of concentric patterns. Allows you to cast Hold Person, which is...
So much blood. Must be where Father Logan was slaughtered.
So I found the murder weapon. I assume... where is it? We found a murder weapon and a flowery key underneath the open-hand temple. We should check what the key opens. Indeed. The brilliance of flight. Charess Caress, which I assume is technically above me. Interesting. Well, let's head back up to the temple. I'm going to go the long way there just so I can see some more stuff along the way. Sword Coast Couriers. I mean, this seems dangerous, but let's do it anyway.
Pigeons are very sensitive. They can't fly straight if they're disturbed.
Okay. It's like a pigeon hatchery.
Ah, a new face. Something to send? Don't be shy. Welcome to Sword Coast Couriers. To send and to serve. Delivery not guaranteed.
Wait, delivery not guaranteed?
Well, we've had to change the policy. Hard to send letters by road when there's a rampaging army of fanatics bearing down on you. I'll tell you, it's left me in a right pickle. I've sent what I can by pigeon, but now something's attacking them and all. Become a postmaster, Danzo. It'll be easy. Nobody mentions having to spend your evenings hunting for pigeon carcasses, do they?
Interesting. Good luck with that.
I'm sure you do. What's a few letters gone astray at a time like this? Hardly life and death, is it?
Indeed.
When will I get to train the dogs again, Miss Martha?
When you prove yourself not to be an incompetent idiot.
Talk to the dogs.
The dog stands to attention, sternly ignoring you.
I died. I don't speak with animals. Oh yeah.
I'm under strict orders to speak to no outsiders. I am also forbidden from receiving scratches, scritches, and belly rubs.
That's unfortunate. Oh, Doge.
Mistress says not to talk to strangers.
Woof.
Sit, stay, heal.
Ah, you speak, which means you're not a dog. So, what the hell are you doing in my kennels?
I think I found one of your dogs, Scratch.
Found him, did you? I can't say I'm surprised. Gomwick never kept him on a tight leash. Bring him here, and I'll give him a once-over for you. Check him for worms and so on.
Oh, yes, please. I'd love to see him.
He's a good dog. We'd both love to see him again.
Whistle for Scratch.
Scratch! Oh, it's good to see you, boy.
Shut up, Dringo, and get back to work. And you've been slacking as well, Scratch, my boy. This dog is property of Sword Coast Couriers. I'll take him off your hands
No,
now.
you won't. He lives with me, you can't just take him.
I can do whatever I please. He's my dog. Now get out. This is a private yard.
I'll break every bone in your body before I let you hurt that dog. Might not be enough. It's close. $12 should do it.
You'll do no such thing.
It's not just Scratch. She's always hurting the dogs.
Shut your mouth, Dringo. Last warning.
I'll give you the count of 10 to leave these kennels. 1, 2...
Fine. You think you can do a better job without me? Be my guest. They're a useless bunch of mongrels. You're welcome to them.
You got rid of her. I'll do a better job looking after these dogs than she ever did. I promise.
Mistress is gone. Mistress is gone! I mean, such terrible news. She will be missed.
Thank you for making Mistress go away. She was horrid.
In my mistress's absence, I will look after this place and any dogs who come here. I promise.
Nice. I like how I was like, I'm gonna end the episode, and then I'm just exploring a fucking murder mystery. Let's go on this side. We haven't checked this side yet.
What ails you? Marsh fever? Feather lung? Be quick, I've not got all day.
I'm looking into Lorican's death. I need to ask you some questions.
What do you want to know?
Who do you think killed him?
I reckon Investigator Valeria is right. One of the refugees killed him. Cruelly, too. They cut off his hand, sawed right through the bone. I found a paralytic poison on one of his wounds. Logan was alive while they took the hand. He just couldn't scream. It's sick. We give them everything, and all we get is nothing but a good man to bury.
I mean, it says it's not stealing to loot this man, but at the same time...
What's inside?
And Suffering Encyclopedia Apotheca, the Sanratolier.
If not over, then through. This chest is deeper than it looks. A double bottom, of course.
Cool. The most recent inquiry in this journal bears particularly heavy quill marks and cross-through revisions. I penned this from the temple cellar, the only place I feel close to the Illmater's will anymore. I pass my gaze between the crest that hide my sinner parent, and I wonder, who are they to pass any judgment? They bark that those who arrive at our doorstep, bloodied, beaten, fleeing from heretical hordes, are dirty, unwelcome, to be shunned. That is a crime to house them, to bring them into the city proper. But if my back must be broken so others may step to the light, so be it. I found this key in the cellar. Any idea what it opens?
Looks like a room key, maybe? Nothing in here, that's for sure.
So I can ask people about it, seemingly.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
How goes the search?
Here's the murder weapon. It was in some secret tunnels underneath the temple.
That's it! Proof that Valeria missed something. They'll have to listen to you now. If you can convince them of Brilgor's innocence, then perhaps Ilmater could shed one less tear this day.
Interesting. Can I talk to her again? See if she has any idea about this,
Please, leave me be. I've got an awful lot to get done.
No. Interesting. What the hell does the feather open? Oh, there's these two over here. Let's talk to these two too. I haven't spoken to these guys.
We let more outsiders in, and more Baldurians die. Duke Stelmane, Father Lorcan, it's no coincidence.
We have faith here, Bill. Faith in people, no matter where they're from.
Who had more faith than Father Lorcan? How did that work out?
He was murdered, also I've heard.
Exactly. Lorcan let a killer into our temple due to his misguided compassion. His faith got him murdered.
Bill, I beg you, be quiet. Even sinners receive Ilmater's grace, and Father Lorcan knew that. We don't pick and choose who we aid.
Sounds like your god would be proud of Father Lorcan.
Thank you, stranger. I take some solace knowing that he died in Ilmater's service.
Does Ilmater's service involve protecting heretic absolutists? Or perhaps I missed that sermon.
Enough, Bill. You seem a kind soul. Our temple is open to you. Walk well.
Father Lorcan. I've nothing against Father Lorcan.
Scratch wants to talk to me. Probably about what I did, I would guess.
It's certainly good to be back at camp. How I've missed the smells.
I'm glad you're back where you belong.
Indeed. And I'm sure Dringo will do a great job. He always took good care of me.
Good dog.
Keeping well, friend.
Best companion. Of course, I never use him because I'm scared that he might die and then he'll be dead forever. I assume he's not. I assume he's just the same as a normal summoned familiar, but at the same time, I don't want to risk it.
Why, hello, lover. That sounded more debonair in my head, I'll admit. Do you need something?
We found the House of Grief. Your fellow Sharons are within it somewhere. What now?
I need to reach its very center and confront the Mother Superior. Lady Shah decrees she is no longer fit to lead. There will be plenty of others there too. If we can get them to see sense, I would rather we spare their lives. I don't want to lead a congregation of corpses like Balthazar and Ketheric.
Makes sense. Well, that's good to know. The fuck? Fuck, is there a badger in this house? I'm so confused. What the hell? That is very confusing. There's a bunch of badgers in here. Did they collapse the house? Weird. Alright, cool. So the last person I need to talk to is lae'zel, and I wanted to come with me as well.
I'm listening.
Come with me.
Done.
No, right. So nothing particularly eventful happened. So with that, we're going to end the episode. As I said, like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And I'll be with you next time. Bye, guys.